Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we're going to be taking a look back at the Spider Goddess expansion for Kingdom Rush Rift in Time. But today we're going to be doing a little homebrew DIY variant here just to see if we can't get things gameplay a little closer to how it would feel in the standard game. So I'm going to be doing a few things differently with upgrading my towers, and also receiving gems for defeating the hordes, and what happens to my towers when I defeat the portal cards. So again, the main gameplay elements of the game are still there, but I'm going to be house ruling some stuff. Again, this is house rules. This is not official. This is simply just me trying to figure out if this game, which I feel like has a lot of potential, can be played in other ways. Because once it's on your bookshelf, it's your game. You can play it as you please. So, before we get started, I do just want to show off. I was taking a look at these miniatures and was like, you know what? These things don't look that bad. They look pretty easy to get painted, and it's nice that this game doesn't have a ton of miniatures, and so it doesn't seem over daunting to want to paint them. What was interesting though is that there is not really any full body artwork for any of these characters. I actually had to go in and watch some gameplay videos of people playing the app where they were Lynn to even figure out that her tunic here is actually this kind of dark burgundy color, because you would not be able to tell that from her card. How would you know? So just thought that was interesting. If you guys care to know, kind of what paints I used and how I went about doing this, please feel free to ask in the comment section below, and I'll happy to share with you. So, this guy needs to go here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. For right now, things are going to play out like they normally would. So, let's see here. As we found out, these cards are just not cool, but there's no way I can get even Lynn up there. It's got a movement of 3. I mean, even she goes 1, 2, 3, I'm still right there. So I'm gonna have to spend some energies getting some cards up there. We do have Lynn being the green player, so I'm gonna play my archer up here, and I don't know, where do we want to stick this guy? Just right here in the corner. Okay. And then, yeah, how did I get through this the first couple times without losing track of him? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do it. I feel like it's so important to address those, to not get double the cards out. But it's so hard to reach those areas up there. I just don't know if it's worth it spending one of my spells already in the game here, because the only other thing I could really get there, because it's at an angle, is a bombard, and that's just a single token. That's not gonna do it for me. I guess I could do that. Yeah, but that's still not covering it all. Okay, so let's do this. Alright, we're gonna have Grawl. Oh, these cards should be off. Grawl's gonna put that up there. Now, one thing I am continuing to play with is the fact that anything I put on the white space can go back into either player's hand. And then I am going to activate Lynn here so we don't forget about it. Lynn is going to run up here, 1, 2, and then she's going to fire off her Curse of Despair, which has this perfect aim target on it, and I'm going to put that right there. So this guy's negated with the Curse of Despair, so it's only going to move 1, and now it's also not going to fire off anything else. So let's see what else we can do here. Okay. Not a whole lot, actually. Now, first of all, in this version of my DIY, I do not pass the towers to upgrade them. I'm going to spend gems to upgrade everything. I'm just going to be giving myself more gems for defeating certain cards. So I have no fears in going ahead and playing out all of my cards. The tricky thing is they don't always, I can't put them all out necessarily in areas that would actually reach anything. So, okay, let's go ahead and activate Grawl, get him going here. So he's obviously going to come right here and stomp on this guy. And then, yeah, I can go ahead and play this here. That'll go like that. Ooh, and his standard ability is going to be that and gain one of his Bastille tokens or whatever these are. Okay, so that covers up that board, right? Yes. All right, so I've got these two cards here that I guess I should go ahead and play this one. That's going to allow me to put a single one on here. Do I like it there? And then unfortunately, I could put this guy here, and maybe I will do that because that's going, if I put this here and pause this card, let's just put you right there. That means the portal card is going to hop it and come over here, and I just feel like I have more options to reach there, at least 2 spaces, if not a third, at an angle here, whereas this one right now only really can be reached by that space. I don't have anything that can shoot forward to. So, all right, so I've spent all my cards. Here's where some of the differences come in. When I destroy horde trays, I'm going to instead take a look at the number. This one's a 0. Now, if I had been designing this game based on these rules, I would not have created zeros. So all the zeros equal 1, we're going to say. So that's a single gem. And I haven't destroyed anything else. So basically, the harder horde trays that I defeat, the more gems I'm going to get from them. But for right now, I only defeated 1. It was an early one, so I got a little bit of a payoff. All right. Then let's collect up everything back into our hands. And again, I can decide where these go. I think I am just going to, actually I'm going to give these 2 to Lynn here. Okay. All right. So we've gotten our towers back. And now at this point, we need to advance horde trays. So this one doesn't move, but Lynn will take a hit. Grawl is going to take a hit. That's another thing. I have never understood why you get penalized taking a hit, especially the melee characters who basically need to be on a space. In the game, Grawl you could just throw out there, and unless he was overwhelmed, probably wouldn't die. But anyways. Okay, this one doesn't move, but this guy comes off. And this one will move, but not twice because of this icon right there. Okay. So, now let's go ahead and spend some of our money. So, this is how I am essentially saying you upgrade your towers. Basically, a level 1 tower costs 1 gem, 2 gems, 3 gems, 4 gems. So, if you wanted to go directly to a 2, you actually have to spend 3, which is similar to how it is, because you have to pay for the level 1 tower and then upgrade it to the level 2. If you wanted to jump directly to a 3, you would have to spend 1, 2 is 3, and then 3 is 6. 6 to go here, and then this would be 10. To jump all the way to a level 4. Well, that's probably not going to happen. I don't have 10 gems. At least not right now, but you never know. for right now, I am just interested in upgrading some of my level 1s to level 2s here, or possibly purchasing another level 1. So actually what I'm going to do is spend 1 to get a militia. Alright, so now I have 2 militia, and I also want to spend 1 to get another archer. Now in the regular game, you normally want to kind of flood your hand with level 1 towers so that you have way more than you could possibly put out, so you can pass some and get the free upgrade that way. This way, however, I am looking at how best I want to be able to take out my cards. So I'm going to pay 2 to level up this tower here, and I am gonna pay then 1 to get a mage tower here, and I'm going to pay 2 to level up one of these other mage towers. Okay, all right. So a decent mix in how you want to upgrade your towers. It basically just doesn't come down to what you didn't use or what you couldn't use or could get away with not using. All right, so now we are going to put out some more horde trays. So we're going to be putting one here, and then I have been putting it here, even though it's going to portalize. I just don't want to lose track of that card. So there we go. That goes there. This goes here. And this goes here. Okay, so again, this thing does not going to spawn one of those. This thing is supposed to be one of those, spawning the sand mummies and whatnot. So, all right, let's see here. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, so our priority obviously is the portal card and this card over here. Lynn, unfortunately, is kind of in a spot where she can't move, but she can fire off her Curse of Weakening, which is just another nice 4x4 or 2x2. Grawl can also make it up there, so we may do that. All right, so let's bring these back first of all. Let's go ahead and activate Grawl. So he's going to go 1, 2, and plop himself right up here. He will do his basic attack again. And so he's going to cover this up. All right. Now, and just like standard rules, I have to have at least a level 1 tower. That's easy because they're all at least level 1s to take on this portal. The question is, how do I want to spend said money? Okay, so this is what happens. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to flip this card over, but it's not destroyed. I'm going to tell you at the end how I'm going to mitigate that card having flipped over because it attacked a portal. And then I need to do this one other card here. That one. Yeah, see, I don't want to have to flip over too many cards. So I think, unfortunately, it's going to be... That won't work. That won't work. Okay, so it's got to be this one. All right, so we had to use up this one. I can rotate it though, and there we go. All right, so just know that something happens to those because they attacked a portal, but we're going to come back to it. Okay, I want to definitely take on that guy. So what can we do here? Yeah, it's got to be purple. Fortunately, we're only going to get minimal effort out of this card. Where's a single? I can never find the singles when I need to. All right. So there's that. I would love to be able to take care of that last thing. So you know what I think I'm going to do? Instead of taking one of my tokens, I think I'm going to spend the one I had on my board. All right, so that one's taken care of. That one's taken care of. Let's focus on closing Lynn's out here as well. So she's going to go ahead and activate, and she's going to use her basic attack, which can go here and then adjacent. So she's going to also go here. And let's see here. Boom. I could do that too. Boom. Okay, really doesn't matter. Boom. So it needs to look like that. And I can throw a militia on top of it to help her out. So boop. And see how this guy kind of gets ignored up here? All right. Purple. So this came from Grawl. So this is going to do in. All right. You know what? I can't find it. We knew it was a single. It's still going to work. All right. And then what else can I spend up here to help me out? Let's spend this guy. I want it oriented. Yeah, like that. That looks good. And we're going to cover those guys up right there. Okay, now there's really no place else I can spend these on. Yeah. Okay. All right, so everybody's just going to hold on to those. Now, this is what's going to happen. First, we'll destroy portal or horde cards. So, boom. I'm going to take money for this. I'm taking money based on this number here on this one. So, that's a single gem. Part of my DIY. All right. Let's take this one. He stays up here. Grawl takes a hit. Boom. 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 Okay, so this is another one. So just a single gem. This one is destroyed. So Lynn is almost dead. She needs to heal. Boom, boom. This is a 1. And this one might be a little bit better. Let's find out. Boom, 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 boom. Nope, still a 1. Okay. All right, so not nearly quite the haul we were looking for. So now, in order to get these back, so now let's retrieve my towers. That's what I was doing next. Boop, boop. I want both of these. Now you're gonna go here and here. And you have to come back here. Boop. Okay. So now that we have retrieved the towers, those are flipped upside down. They don't get defeated completely. They don't get destroyed. They're like gummed up, similar to the webbing going on top of them, or many of the effects, boss and mini boss effects of the game. They just are not being able to be used. You have to tap on them a bunch in the app. So what I'm going to say is you have to spend a gem to flip them over, and then they're locked in there. They can be used. All right. What I haven't determined is whether I can rotate them or not. I think you should be able to rotate them. They just have to stay on this spot. So I spent 2 gems, 1 to unlock each, and then they're locked on that spot, and I'll be able to retrieve them as long as they don't attack another portal card. Okay. I guess I probably should have advanced stuff first. So this is going to go boom. This will just go boom. And that's it. All right. So what else do I want to spend my money on here? Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade one of our artillery bombards to artillery for the other two. Okay, so you can see that the portals were a nemesis to us. We still followed the rules of attacking them, but they didn't just destroy our tower. All right, so this is going to go here, this is going to go there, and this is going to go here, which is going to push Grawl there. All right, but now we're starting to see some cards with some higher numbers on the back. Boom. Okay. All right, so Lynn can attack without standing on the card. So we should probably go ahead and do that. I'm thinking we will. So let's go ahead and activate Lynn, and I'm going to use Curse of Weakening and get rid of all these dead eyes. What this doesn't cover is the double run of the wolves. So, but now if they get close to me, they're not going to shoot me. Okay, these for right now, I'm not going to rotate them, but I can go ahead and use them. I just don't want to forget about them. So boom and boom. Okay. All right, what do we want to do with Grawl now? Actually, I think Grawl is going to stay put. He's going to use his Boulder Throw, which is simply throwing an adjacent hex any 2x2. So that looks good there. How else do we want to spend our cards? So we've activated Grawl. All right. And what I also think I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my Horn of Heroism to refresh Lynn and refresh her 2 special abilities. All right. Mamma mia. That's the wrong color. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I actually move that there, which I'm pretty sure is legal because I just placed that piece. So within the same turn, pretty sure I can do that so that I can put that there. All right. I'm also going to place you here. So I can put a double like that, and then a single. So we can, that one's not moving so fast now. Do we want to pin that one down? Might as well use this one up here to get another single. We'll use it to cover that. All right. I almost have to kind of let some stuff advance here, but this one looks like it could be kind of tricky, so I'm actually going to put this here and put this guy right there so it holds that card. I've got a green. No, that's not gonna fit. That's not gonna fit. Yeah. Okay, I really can't spend the rest of my towers. Doesn't make sense to put them anywhere. I didn't take anything out. So interestingly enough, I'm not getting any money this turn in order to upgrade anything. So do I want to use a spell first. Yes, I think we shall do that. So first of all, I'm going to use Lightning Bolt. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to find all those singles because that's crazy. We just know that that one is defeated. Cover it up like that or something. No, I won't do that, but we'll remember. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like I really can't let these things get out of control here because Graal's going to need to recover here soon. Do I just spend everything? Alright, so I'm going to spend Thunderbolt. This is going to be a 2 and then a 1. So it's hard to find 2s there. And 1's there. So this is a spell attack. So it's got to be like up here. And then I can put a 1 up here. And then I'm also going to use Rain of Fire to drop those, the 2 and the 1. Alright, so I basically have used all my spells now. But now as we go into crushing things, this one is done. So that was a 4. So big difference in payout here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one was also defeated. So boom, boom, and a 3. Okay, so I went from having no gems to 3 gems. So I think that was worth it. I think it was worth using up all my spells. Okay, so let's pull these back. Purple and green. See, I get these back into my hand now. Green, purple, and where do we want you to go? I guess we'll go put you here. Okay. All right. So now this one does not move. He comes off. This one does jump. Actually, this one would have moved first because it's closer. Then this one would come here. All right. Now let's spend our 7. So I know from playing this scenario previously that I need some level 3s in order to just take shots at that one up there. So let's see here. What do we want to focus on? Probably the green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So I want to upgrade my level 2 archer tower, the sharpshooter, and a level 2 adept mage to a wizard. So there's my 6. I don't feel like it's worth it to buy a single. So I'm just going to save that coin. All right. So let's put out some new stuff here. Also, planning ahead is that the only way I'm going to be able to attack this thing is from these 2 points of interest up here. And the way I'm playing it is that those towers are going to get frozen right here. I want to make sure I have gems to flip them back over and then attack this as it moves down. Because I don't know if I can get that whole tower down in just 2 spots. So, alright. Let's think about what we want to do here. This is kind of becoming a problem. These 2 guys are a problem, and this is a problem. These 2 are probably our main focus. So let's see what level 3 towers we can put up there and attack it. So either one of these will work. They can go in their various spots. So boom and boom. And I can now put one of these, twisting and turning. Ooh, but it can't go like that. That would be ideal. See, I can't put that there because I can't cover up the 3. I can't put it there because I can't cover up that spider. So I need 3 singles here. So we're definitely covering up that, and I have to cover up that with the magic. So I guess we're just going there. Oh no. So maybe I should go there so it doesn't spawn anything. Okay. Then we'll have to worry about that in the next round. So both of these get flipped over. Boom, boom. I guess if it was the spider expansion, I could web them up. All right. Now, what does Lynn want to do here? I feel like Lynn needs to run out here and do something. She's pretty far away from this side. Basically, I've split my heroes up. All right. Let's activate Grawl. Grawl needs to focus on this card. So he's going to hop up here and go boom. And he's going to do his standard attack. So he's going to cover up here, boom. Gain a little token. All right, and then there's a 2 left. What can we do to get rid of that? Boom. Yep. So I'm going to put this here, and that is going to allow me to cover that up. All right, so we're good there. And then we have a blank coming up behind it. Okay, so now maybe let's focus on this guy. Okay, so not a whole lot from green here left, so we can go here and here. Let's put you there and you right there. Okay, I'm gonna put you right there. Yep, that'll fit. Boom, and you right here. Boom. Okay. What else have we got here? I've got this purple one, which it's not much, but it's better than nothing. Put you in the corner here. And then I think Lynn is going to stay where she is and fire off her Curse of Despair. It's not doing much, but it'll plop right there. So she has activated. All right, and then again, I've kept everything up there. Not a whole lot I can do. So let's destroy some hordes, just these 2. 1. All right, so that's another 3. 1, 2, 3. And this one is just 1. Okay. So let's bring back our towers. Purple, green, purple, green. And I was also saying that you could pass towers to your partners. You just couldn't use them. So you could still pass the tower if you felt like they were in need of a certain tower. You don't have to use the white space. All right, so I am definitely going to spend my 2 to flip these back over. Boom and boom. All right, and so now let's advance our hordes. This one's closest. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these, it doesn't matter. Boom, boom, and boom. Okay, so those can't be upgraded because they're out there. But I will be able to use them because I spent the gems to flip them back over. So, knowing that eventually there's some level 4s in here, I need to start upgrading some of my other towers. So I'm going to spend these 3 to upgrade my artillery to a howitzer. Okay. And then we bring everybody back. And we spawn 1, 2, and then we remove this. All right. So let's think about these 2 cards first here. I need are some singles, and again, I can't find the singles. So this is what we're gonna do. Knowing that that fits, obviously I would have been able to fit a single right there. I'm gonna do that, and then this guy will fire off right there. Okay, so then this guy I'm gonna have aim over here. He's gonna squeeze in right there with his shape. There we go. Okay. That looks good. I think we will go ahead and have Lynn step up to the plate here. She's gonna go boom and put this here boom. Unfortunately, she doesn't get to use her other portion of her attack, but that's fine. All right, so pretty well covered there. Grawl, because he would have taken a hit, is actually going to rest. So I think I leave him there, right? Put that there. This flips over, and he goes boom. Okay. So Grawl had to rest. So let's definitely take this out. See what else we can do. Okay. Nope. Boom. Okay, so we are going to have to, oh, and this guy needs to be flipped over because he attacked a portal card, but this guy just went after that one. Almost forgot about that. All right, so this feels like kind of a waste, but so I'm gonna go there, and then a twofer on this one, right there. Okay. And unfortunately, yeah, I'm gonna spend this and this to go there. I'm just gonna cover these up with 2 soldiers because they're much easier to grab. All right, then the only thing I got left are purple cards. So where's the tower gonna come in? Over there. So I do want purple to have good mix. All right. Yep. Purple's just gonna go like this and put a twofer. If I can find a twofer right there. Right there. Okay, and that's it. I really can't spend anywhere else that would make sense. Okay. So, this one's destroyed. Just a 1. This one's got a lot going on. Then 3. Okay, that's helpful. 1, 2, 3. And this one. Remember, we're using this number, so that's a 2. Okay. All right. That's it. Let's advance. So this guy's closest. Then this guy goes boom over to here, boom, and then this one's actually going to go 1, 2. So Lynn gets pushed. Oh, I forgot to bring these all back. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. So I know I need some level 4 towers here at some point or another. So let's upgrade. Actually, I'm going to upgrade you. What do we want to do here? I don't want splash damage. I want it to all go on the same card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I'm going to take the Wild Magus here as a level 4 card. So I had to spend 4 gems to get to there. All right, and then I'm going to spend the other 2 to upgrade my militia. My militia has been sorely... Nope, I can't do that because I need to spend 1 to flip this guy back over. All right, so there we go. I'm going to save this one just in case I have to spend it on flipping somebody else over. So we're getting towards the end here. Boom, boom. This will push Grawl. All right. So Grawl's up to full health. Let's see. I need to spend... Oh no, I completely got that wrong. Okay, so mistake on my part, but that's fine. I needed to have upgraded to level 4 in purple here because that's the only thing that can fire off over here. So I should have upgraded my howitzer, which is what I was thinking about last round, but that's fine. So this guy's going to spawn an extra card that we'll have to deal with at some point, but that's okay for now. We're just going to roll with it. So, let's see here. All right. So I'm going to have Lynn. Let's start with Lynn. Move here, and she's going to fire off her Curse of Weakening. That way these Deadeyes don't hit her when she comes up here. Okay. And then I will have this thing fire off over here. 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. I don't need to cover up that, so let's go here for right now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and put you there to cover up this part. Boom. And then oh no, but this is splash damage. Okay, so let's make use of this, certainly. So this is gonna go boom. This is magic damage, which I thought that they had errated that all the level 4s were like perfect damage. And then this little white arrow means splash damage. So it actually has to jump over to here. Boom, like that. Let's see, I'd already thought about Grawl being able to hit that. That's why I shifted that one piece. Boom. Okay. And we're also going to go here with a mage. Boom. And here and here. Again, I'm just going to use 2 mages. Alright, so that takes that out. Okay, so I have a few cards left here. 1, 2, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it there. Alright, hold on. Hold on here. Might just have to deal with that card. Okay, so let's activate Grawl. Grawl's nice and healthy. So he's going to plop himself right here. He's going to do his basic attack. Just to go like that. Yeah. Yeah, boom. So a double right here. We'll just stick you like that. And I can go ahead and put you right there just to get a single on Yusa. Okay. Yeah. I'm out of cards. So, let's see here. You and you. I think I remember this correctly. That pushes with her on it, I think. Or does she take 2 hits? I don't remember. So this stays put. It's this one that gets picked up. I think it stays there and she takes 2 hits. So she's going to need to heal up next. Alright, so that's a 1. Not very helpful. Okay. Okay, so that's all we destroyed. We will bring everything back. Boom, boom, boom. Now, similar to the app, I am saying that you can sell stuff in order to upgrade. So actually, I'm going to give that to you. Yeah. All right. But I really don't have anything to sell. Okay. That's unfortunate. Alright, so then we advance horde cards. I think that one stays, so she just gets hit twice. This one stays, so then when this one advances, it hops right there, and it will hit him again. This one does not hit her because she put that on it. This one then... Hold on, this could get ugly because we didn't cover it up. It's going to put this out, which it should have done before I started moving trays, but it didn't matter. So then when this one goes to move, it moves here and moves through. Okay. All right. So, yeah. You can see that here's my thoughts. It seems that the way they do this passing of the cards, not using them to get a free upgrade, it works. It works better than I thought originally. I feel like it almost works better than this method. This method kind of works, but things definitely do get pricey in the end. That's similar to how the app works, though. But I think you would definitely need to have created the stacks of hordes in a different way so that they're constantly ramping up, and you're also getting more coins or gems from them to make this style work. Whereas here at the end, I was still coming across some that were only giving me 1 coin, like the one I just defeated. So there's that adjustment. I could DIY my own stacks, I guess. What I really appreciated, though, was the not losing my tower after I attacked a portal card. I feel like that is a house rule that you could put in right now if you wanted to, if you felt like the traditional rules were too punishing. House rule that you just flip it over and you have to spend a gem to flip it back over. It stays out. It cannot be upgraded, obviously, because it wouldn't be passed, and it's got to stay in that spot. So it's, you know, you're getting a negative effect from it, but it's not as brutal as losing a level 4. I mean, look at this card. Not only does it have 3 things on it that are all spread out that you'd have to cover, or else it's going to spawn something and make this thing hop a lot. But it's got doubles. There's a lot going on. And even right here in the traditional scenario, there's only 1, maybe 2 places. I guess if I had gotten this guy, I could have fired him off from anywhere. But, you know, you're barely getting a shot on this. So you're almost guaranteeing that it's either going to advance twice or put out a second thing. And then you're losing that level 4 card when you attack with it. So I've never liked that rule at all. So I think what I may try out is my house rule on how the portals affect your towers, but then go back to this traditional passing of cards and not just being able to upgrade anything. Because there was a lot of times where I literally was just like, you know, had cards in my hand and didn't have any place to put them or spend them. So yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Again, this is just me spitballing around with the game because I do like the game. I do like the puzzle aspect of the game. I think the theme is there. I think it feels like Kingdom Rush when you're playing it. It just is, unfortunately, very brutal, and I think more difficult than it needs to be. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the variants that I introduced here and what you feel like you would do differently, what you feel like you may take back to your play sessions and house rule yourself. Yeah, let's get the conversation going. Again, you know, all of this stemmed from, this is all kind of in the works, but with the newest kind of standalone expansion hitting GameFound, where they've gotten rid of the portals. I think they heard enough people complain about the portals, but this game includes the portals, and that's how you win the scenario, is defeating the portals. So again, figuring out a house rule to play with the base game while we wait for Elemental Uprising to come out is the name of the game here, is the goal. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing to the channel. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.